Hi, this is Serge. Welcome to my YouTube channel, SEWPRO USA. And today I'm showing you more about our leather SKIVER, which is set with two different motors. It's the best setup. The way we set it up, we have a continuous running motor. As soon as you flip the switch on, it starts spinning the blade. And the second motor is a servo motor, which does feeding. And I'd like to point out a few little things and help you with maybe you have some problems with the skiving and you don't know why it's happening. I want to show you a few little things the way we set it up. Besides what we have it set up with two different motors, we also use, in many cases, this neoprene feeding roller, which is smooth, and most of the skivers come with a stone-like feeder, which is rough and it has more feeding ability. But with that, you have a little trade-off, and which could be very, very devastating. Because when you start feeding with this, what I mean by that, this roller here that feeds your leather when you skive, this one is more forgiving. It'll give you better feeding because it has more of a grip. At the same time, what happens is when it feeds and the junk that you skive, sometimes it stays on the roller and comes up like this and destroy your skive. You'll all of a sudden will get like a cut in the leather because this creates a bump. And so for that reason, if we have somebody doing very nice delicate leather, to avoid these things, we use, for the most part, this kind of smooth. The junk does not stick to it, and there's a little deflector underneath there. It's supposed to protect the roller from getting, but this is so creates such a sticky surface. What happens a lot of times, that's one thing you'll notice when you get to some people sell you a piece of equipment like this and you have a problem. So roller, and with this roller you have to have really sharp knife, otherwise you're gonna have a hard time feeding it. And the way we set, here's our bell knife inside the machine like this, and roller runs inside like that. So we set our roller pretty much almost same shape, following up. If you have too much of a gap, you can't skive your leather thin because there's nothing to feed on. So the way, there's one adjustment here that brings it in and out, and the second adjustment here, it sets the angle. The way I set it up, usually I set it pretty much as close as possible just to follow the shape of the knife. And if you for any reason too far low, you try to skive and nothing happens. No matter what adjustment is here, you could be up against and still, because there's nothing to feed on. So I'll just show you. So once I flip the switch on, the blade is spinning, the feeding controlled by foot. Here I already skived this edge. See how thick this leather, and if you try to sew something like this and turn over, it's so hard, it doesn't look good. So when you do, look how nicely it folds, and that's the result. To control how much skive, you adjust this adjustment here. So I start slowly as I control my foot pedal. That's how I feed. The machine will feed. So especially if you're doing like a curve, you can take your time. And this is my skive. And I hope this was very helpful for you. And if you ever have any need for a skiver, contact SEWPRO USA. Thank you.